The importance of sleep in brain development and your mental health is extremely vital, as recently researchers have been putting in more time and more effort with the grant money regarding studying sleep deprivation, mental health, and could it affect acquiring mental diseases such as Alzheimer's, where your brain literally rots away, to dementia, where you're not living in the real world any longer. Your imagination becomes the real world to you. So the previous study, which was conducted in Sweden in 2013 at Uppsala University, 15 men were studied, and according to neuroscientist Christian Benedict, in the sleep-deprived men in the study, the brain did not flush out many types of waste particles, proteins, such as amyloid beta protein, which is one of the drivers of Alzheimer's disease. A more recent study, Courtney Barzak, has stated that a Canadian study done in Toronto at the Sunnybrook Research Institute studied 23 individuals. The results were released at the end of May of 2015. The brain really has these passages in these little curved passages throughout it, and these curved passages fill up with solid and liquid waste, like your brain's working while you're awake, and it produces waste material which has to be flushed out because it's extremely toxic to your body. These spaces are known as pervascular Virchow-Robin spaces. This is where fluid goes as your brain digests food to be active and work. It passes the resultant material that it does not need anymore, that is actually toxic to the brain, dumps it into this waste area, those little curved areas inside the brain, where it builds up during the wake period. Now, some of it does get flushed out, but not enough. That's where being asleep is critical to your brain's development and well health. Because while you're sleeping, the waste which is contained within a cerebrospinal fluid in the pervascular Virchow-Robin spaces gets flushed out through what is known as a lymphatic system of blood vessels that carry the waste away. Now, if you are awake all day and you're awake all night, well, your brain's constantly producing this massive amount of waste material that cannot be flushed out unless you get sleepy, which is probably why you get sleepy. Your brain's shutting your entire body down, shutting the system down to put you to sleep for a purpose. It needs to drain out the poisons. And if you do not go to sleep for at least 7 to 8 hours every day, if you make yourself stay up to do more work or do whatever you're doing, you're actually poisoning your brain. So the point where when you reach your late 40s, you're going to develop either Alzheimer's, dementia, or a numerable amount of brain diseases that are eventually going to take away your personality, leave you comatose, or leave you with living in some type of fantasy world that you invent inside your head, but it's real to you. Complete personality disorder, and even death. If you're one of these people who there is a disease that keeps people awake, they don't sleep at all, these people die within a year. So that is why you get sleepy, and that's why you need to go to bed and sleep and take your naps or whatever. Because when you do, your brain is signaling you and your body that it now needs to get rid of this fluid. It now needs to do it right away. And if you deprive it and you don't do that, then these toxic fluids just sit there and they build up and they build up and they build up and they compress the brain, causing damage, and they somehow rot out your brain centers and you become damaged. You literally become brain damaged. So the recommendation is 7 to 8 hours of sleep a day, or else you're in a lot of trouble when you reach your late 40s, because that's when it will start to set in.